Welcome to another tip of the week, and this one is a shout out to all dev students, all of you who are trying to learn, who are learning web development. And I'm gonna show you a tool that I think is really good to learn, to test your code, to be able to show your code to other people, and that tool is Codepen. So here I am on Codepen. The website is codepen.io, and here I am not logged in because I want to show you that you can code without being logged in. Okay, you have here the home page. You can come here and explore other pens. Okay, popular exploring other pens is something that I think is really useful when you're learning, because you can click here on a new pen and you can see what they did. So you can see here this person did this animation, and you can see how they did this. So you can see that they don't have any HTML, they have some CSS, and they have JavaScript, and you can come here and see their code and learn from that. And you can alter this code by clicking on fork here and copying this to your account, so that you can change the code without changing the original. And you can click here on start coding, and you can start coding. You see here, what I love about Codepen is this. You have these windows here for HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and you have this is the visualization. So if I come here and I say H1 hello world H1, okay, I can see here my visualization is already appearing here, and I can come here and say H1 color red, for instance, and there you go. This is real-time visualization of your code, and you can write whatever codes. JavaScript too, you can come here and say console log Adriana, and you're gonna say, but I can't see my console. Yes, you can. You can click here on console and the console will appear. You can see assets. Assets I think is great because you can see photos and patterns and icons and fonts and colors. And for instance, I can click here in a color and this copy the color, and maybe I can come here and just copy the color here. And now I'm gonna close this, and now I got this color that I copied. You can see the shortcuts. Okay, so you know which are the shortcuts, and you can save. I'm not gonna be able to save here now because I'm not logged in, so I'm gonna log in. And now I'm logged in, and if I wanted to fork this, I would just click here on fork, and then this would see pen forked. And what happens is that if I go to my main page, I go to my dashboard here, I see that I have the helicopter. I see that I have, if I fork my own pen, what I get is a copy. I'm gonna come here in this animation here, and I'm gonna fork this, and you'll see now on my dashboard that what I got was a copy. See, I got a copy of my animation, and I click here and you'll say, woo, but this changed. Look, this was a different color before. This was way smaller, this font. Yes, because since I use this to teach, since I use this to show my students, what I did was I came here on settings and I changed stuff. I came here, you have HTML, CSS, JavaScript. You can change all of this. You can come on pen details, okay? Animation, screenshot. You can save and close. You can come here on settings. Here on the little photo, you come on settings. And I can change my theme. See, I have currently selected high contrast dark. I can change the spacing. I can change the font family. I can change the size of my font. I have this on 26, so you can easily see the font on the video. That's why I have this on 26. So this is really great because you can change stuff around. You can set this the way you want. The free account allows you to have however many pens you want, but they're all public. The paid account lets you have private pens. The free account lets you have one project, which would be a few different files and stuff like that, but doesn't allow you to upload assets, so you wouldn't be able to upload a picture or something like that. You have to use a picture that is hosted somewhere. So for instance, if I come here, I can come here in the assets and look for a picture. For instance, I choose this one, and there we go. I go to image, source, and I copy, and there you go. And here I have my picture. But you saw that this was already hosted in unsplash.com. That's the free version. I know that the paid version allows you to upload assets, so you'd be able to upload a picture to here so that you can use in the project normally, you know, you not giving the entire path but just the relative path. You can have templates for how you want your pen to start already. Create new pens from templates. You have projects, you have collections. Good thing here, you click here. I'm gonna come here on my dashboard. You click here on any one of yours, and you'll see that on the left side, you can share, okay? You can export, save, or export a zip, and I actually had already exported a zip. You just download the zip, and then you have your project. You have here, this SRC is your code. So it's my index, is my HTML, is my style CSS, and if I had JavaScript, it would have been my JavaScript. So everything I wrote, so you can download to your computer if you need to. You can embed on other sites, so you click here and embed, and you choose a theme and everything, okay, light or dark, and they'll embed the Codepen. You can just copy here the code, and what will be embedded is this view here of a Codepen, okay, with the HTML. And here you can add to a collection, you can delete, or you can preview. Here you can preview how the website would be, but you see that you still have this header, but basically you preview what the website would be. And I think this is great. I've actually asked my students of my development course to start doing the exercises for the classes here, so that I can check them out easily and I can comment easily. See here that you have comments. You can see the comments because the pens are public, so people can make comments and stuff like that. I thought that would be a very good way to be able to give my students feedback easier than, for instance, how I give them on Udemy, where they have to print the screen and I have to see the code in an image and stuff like that. And so this allows me to see the code and see the page visualization, visualize the page and see the code here. I think that's super useful. I also think that if you're a web development student, maybe you don't want to have money to go and pay for a hosting, for a domain, for stuff like that. So this is also a great way to showcase your portfolio. But mostly I think this is a good way to study, okay? Because you can see what's happening on real time. You can come and you can fork other people's pens and study them, really study them with seeing the code, and fork them and change them so that you can learn. I really think this is super useful for you to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And this is a really good tool. I use this tool a lot to teach, okay? Because like I said, you have real-time visualization. So when I'm teaching, I especially use this to teach CSS, because I wanted my students seeing when I changed the color, when I changed the font size, I wanted them to see the difference from one to the other. So as I was changing them, that was really good. Most of my CSS course was recorded using Codepen. So I really recommend this tool for those who are learning, for you to test this out, okay? So I hope this helped. If you speak Portuguese, I'm gonna leave links with discounts for my web development courses. They are in Portuguese, so I hope to eventually also have them in English, but right now they're all in Portuguese. So if you speak Portuguese, you can check them out. And Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so we can see each other again next week, okay? See you next week.